Hello friends, welcome to my next video session. So today I will show how we can implement authentication in Node.js. So if you have already watched my previous video, there I have already explained the difference between authentication and authorization. Also I have given some basic idea regarding the authentication. So today we will implement same using Node.js. So for that I am going to use token based authentication, that is JWT token, means JSON Web Token. So let me to give you some basic idea or brief description regarding this JWT token. So here it usually generates one token which is in format of xx.yy.zz. So it has once the token will generate, it has three parts and all are separated by the dot symbol. So first one is your header section, second is payload, third one is your signature. So when you will see this token has been generated, it has three parts basically. First takes the header part, second is the payload, and third one is the signature, which is created using the header and the payload. So all are in the encoded format. So today we will implement same token based authentication in our Node.js application, and we will see how we will integrate this. For that I have drawn one architectural diagram. I will explain you so that you will be more clear. If you can see this diagram, so here in the first picture, first section, here the client will request one login API with some user credential or some input payload. Once server will validate those payload with the database, that means that user is authenticated user. So after validation with database, this server will generate one JWT token. Let's say this is our Node.js server. So let's say this client sends username and password that validated with the MongoDB, and once the validation is success, then this Node.js server will generate the JWT token and it will return to the same user. After that, once the user has that token, after that with each request, user has to use that token with the header. So that once, so in this case what will happen, if you see my this second section, let's say this is one post request made by the user, same user, and the user has the token. So first, once the request will reach to the server will validate that JWT token is valid for that particular user or not. If that is valid, then it will go for the next operation and it will return the response accordingly. So same thing we are going to implement using Node.js. So in the Node.js there is one default module available, that is called JSON Web Token. This is one module that is available in Node.js library. So let's implement same with our application and see how it is working. So let me to go to my editor. I am using VS Code here. So let me to create first one. Let me to go to the npm JSON Web Token module. So this one you can search here. I will also add this link in my description box. You can get from there. So here this module we are going to use. So what are the default methods? Along with it, we are going to use. So let's first import this module. Before that, let me to create one login route. So as I have said you, our first job is first user has to validate his credential with the database and generate the token. So let me to create one more route. Let me to create one controller file for this login purpose. Let's say I gave it auth.controller.js. So here let me to import the same JSON Web Token module. Okay. Now let me to create one class and declare the controller method. Let's say auth login method let me to add the try catch for error handling. Finish. Same as we have done before. First we will check the body part is present or not. Not request dot body. So here we are checking the payloads, input payloads. If not, I'm going to copy from here. We will return the response to user. If there is input present, so we will validate with our database. So for that, let me to create one model. Created login model. To copy same, then I will modify later. Paste over here. Name, password, login schema, login. So we will export same. So for that, for login purpose, let me to create one collection for it, that is login collection, and enter some data. If you want to use one more route to enter the data, you can, but I am here entering directly inside the database. So this is my MongoDB Compass. Create collection. say login, insert document, let's say Raj. Let me to actually copy from the previous document, previous collection, paste over here. Then I will modify it. Copy document, add data, insert document, let me to write username is Raj. Let me to modify to password. Let's say Raj 123. Let me to remove the other fields. We don't need this. Okay. So here you can see I have entered the name and password. So using this credential, name and password, I will try to log in and generate the token. So here my login model is okay. Now let me to import same model to my auth controller. So I imported here my login model. Let me to write the find query to validate the user input with the database. So I wrote this find query. My callback is here. So we'll check if there is an error. So we'll return the error response to user. Body part, we'll add the error. If there is no error, that means the validation has been done successfully. So here also let me to check one more validation. If docs not equals to null, and docs dot length is greater than 0. That means if there is no null docs, and if some record already inside the docs array, what is returning from the callback, that means our validation is successful done. Data are present inside the database, so that we can generate the token. Otherwise, we will return same response, error response to user. So here we will generate the token and return to the user JWT token. So here if you can see, I have already imported the Asana Web Token module. So let me to go to their home website. So here there is one method called sign. So how many parameters or arguments it takes? First one is your payload, which should be given by user only. Second one is private key. So private key we can define by ourselves. We can also create some .pem file. Also we can give some encoded value. We can create just crypto just hyphen just module. We can create. So here for testing purpose, I am hardcoding that value, private underscore key, which is, let me to take node tutorial. It completely depends on you. In real-time application, we cannot give like this. We have to generate one private key. There is so many methods to generate it, and we have to give that encoded value as a parameter of the sign method. So here for testing purpose only, I am taking some hardcoded value, but don't do like this when you are developing your real-time application with Node.js and integrating this JWT token. Okay. So third one is algorithm. If you are not giving any algorithm method, it has some inbuilt algorithm it will take. Otherwise, if you want to give, you can give. So let me to copy this one. So here I will give, let me to create the user payload. Let's say object. Here I will create as per my name. Whatever the name value user has given from as a payload. And let me to take one more value, that is type, let's say login. It completely depends on the user. Object. So my private key I have already defined. Algorithm. So I will set one more parameter, the expression date. So if you will go to the same site, here you will see expression in. This is 60 into 60 in second, that means 1 day. Sorry, 1 hour. So you can also declare 1 day like 1D. So let me to give it 1 hour only. So this means within 1 hour, whatever the token has been generated, that will be invalid. Sorry, that will be valid. After 1 hour, it will be invalid. So that's for that reason I set the timer. So within 1 hour only this token will work. Otherwise, you have to generate new token. So once token blank, and let me to put one more validation. So we'll here return the token to user. Token generated. Let's say access underscore token to token. Let me to change the status code to 200. In else part again we are going to return the error response if token is blank, if there is no token. Here we can write token could not generated. Now this is finished. Now we will test. Before that, let me to install JSON web token using my terminal. So now our controller file method is okay. The method present inside that controller file is okay. We have to export this controller method to our router. Module dot exports same we will import in the route file. Let's say login controller, auth controller, now this is done. So let me to check. Yes, installation has been done. Let me check the package.json file. Yes, here it has been, the version has been added. So let me to start the server. Npm start. Now you see there is no error, database is also connected. So we will test this route or test this REST API. We will use some login credential. We will generate the token. Let me to check what is the method we are using. Sorry, we will use the post. Login. So here let me to give the body part raw JSON data, name, Raj, Raj 1 2 3. Password is Raj 123. We'll change the method to post. Now we'll see what is happening. So there is some error. Response object is not defined. Okay. We'll copy the same from my previous file. I will paste over here. Let me to check. Okay, it's running now. Let me test it. Some error occurred. We'll check here. There is no runtime error actually. So we'll check inside the code. So let's test this login API and generate the token. So here I have removed the algorithm part because it is inbuilt, that same algorithm inbuilt. So let me to remove it. So I have removed. Now I have only put the expiration time. Okay, that is one. So let's test this login API from the Postman and generate the token. Now you can see my access token has been generated. So this part already finished. I made one login request and I fetched the JWT token. So after that my next step is I will, whatever the request I am going to trigger after login, I will first validate that JWT token. I will add that JWT token with the header. First the server will validate, then only it will go for the next process. So let me to implement this section with our Node.js code. So how we can prepare our request? So we have to just copy this token. Now let me to copy it and paste on my notepad. As I was saying before some time, it has three sections. This JWT token separated by three parts. First, and each part separated by one dot. So you will see first one, header part. This is one dot. The second one, this is payload dot signature. So now you can see there are three sections present inside this JWT token. So the complete, let me to copy the complete token. Let me to, I have add record REST API, which we have already created before. If you have not watched my previous tutorial, you can visit my channel and you will get over there. So here in header, or you have to go to authorization. So here that there is one option, bearer token. So here we can add same token to here. This is the bearer token. So in header section we will pass this token and we will first validate this REST API. If that validation is successful, then only we will add the record, this record. So let me to give some new data like Naveen NAP and USA. So I will enter this new record to database, but before that I will validate this REST API with the JWT token. If this REST API is authenticated API, then only it will communicate with the database and add the record. Fine. So let me to go to my editor window. So here I will declare one more method for verify. Let me to make it verify. Sorry. So what I will do, this is response, my mistake. Let me to add the try catch first for exception handling. Error 5. So inside try block, what I will do, I will use the inbuilt method of this module which is present inside the Node.js library. So let's visit that channel. Let's visit this website. If we'll check, this is one more inbuilt method is verify. So we can use the same. Okay. So let me to copy this. And paste over here. But before that, we will the extract token value from the header. So let me do first put one condition. If request dot headers and request dot headers that is authorization. If authorization part is not present, we will send the error response to user. Token not found. Okay. If that is present, let's fetch that token. Now we can fetch the pure token. Let's say original token equals to access token dot split one. So let me to print it. Now we fetched the token, original token from the header. Now we'll go to the same method. We'll copy here and paste over here. Let me to modify it little bit. So this is token. This is our private key, that is same. Whatever the private key you are using during creation of token, same private key you have to use here to verify. So let me to delete it. So here let me to declare the callback error. So same will check if error, if not error. So let me to copy from above. If error, will send the error response. If not, that means the validation has been done successfully. So here we will just write next to call next controller method. This will be implemented as simple middleware. So if the token validation is successful, then it will go to the next controller method and it will add the record. So let me to add it. This is the add record. So here same login controller dot verify. So this will be used as one middleware. First it will verify the token. Once token verification is successful, then only it will go to the next controller method and it will add the record. So in this way we can protect our REST API. If some hacker or some outsider who is not authenticated people, if he or she is accessing this one any of one route without using token, valid token, then they cannot access also the database. They cannot enter anything into the database. They cannot fetch anything from the database. So let's test this add route with the token. The add route. Let me to generate once again the token I generated. So let me to copy it, add here. Go to here. I have already giving the name, email, city. Let me to click on send button. Let me to check. There is no error actually. So let's wait. So it seems there is some bad request, there is some issue. Let me to modify the code little bit. Let me to put here one else condition and write the error response. Okay, so here let me to print the header part, and we'll check actually the token is coming with header or not. Request now. Let me to trigger once more time. Token not found, so let me to check. Okay, it's like this only. So you can debug your code like this. When you are finding your request is not executing or there is some error, you can just do some log, print some log statement. You can see, you can also easily debug. So here I am taking the capital A. It will be like this only, like this only. So let me run one more time. Sorry. So again there is some error. Token is not defined. Let me go to code. Oh sorry, this is original token. So let me run again. See, if you can see here, first I attach the JWT token in the header. I send the request, and now I can add the record. Now the success message came. So in this way we can protect our REST API. Security is the most important thing when we are doing or making any kind of application. If we cannot secure our application, then anyone can access it. Okay, so in this way I have shown to you how we can implement authentication with our Node.js REST API. So in my upcoming videos I will also tell you what are the other security feature we can add with our Node.js application. So I hope you will like this video. Now you will get some basic idea regarding this JWT token implementation with our Node.js REST API. So now you can get some learning from it. Thank you. So I am closing my session for today. If you like my video, please do subscribe. Thank you.